Ezra English. Learn English with horror stories. Short story. Don't Look. In horror series by Ezra and Luyện. Chapter 3. The Cursed. After Emily escaped from the devil bar and the bartender's cursed drink, she called her best friend, Nia, the next morning and shared everything, but she could only leave a message because Nia was still sleeping like a log.
Hey, it's me, Emily. Listen, I need to tell you about something that happened to me last night. I went out to a bar, and it was like nothing I've ever experienced before. The drinks were cursed or something, and everyone there was acting so strange. And then I saw something. I can't even describe it, but it was terrifying. I thought I was losing my mind. But then, when I ran out, everything was normal again. It was like the bar just disappeared. I know it sounds crazy, but I swear it's true. I just had to tell someone, and I thought of you. What do you think?
Nia slowly woke up and picked up her phone, rubbed her eyes and checked the time. It was almost noon. She had slept through Emily's call. She listened to the voicemail Emily had left and scoffed. Emily must have gotten drunk and gone crazy. Nia decided to send Emily back a voicemail.
Hey Em, it's Nia. I just listened to your message. Are you okay? You sure you weren't just dreaming? Maybe you had too much to drink last night. I can come over if you want to talk about it.
Emily met Nia outside her apartment building and they walked to the bar. Emily was feeling a mix of fear and excitement as she led Nia to where she had seen the bar the night before. However, when they arrived at the location, there was no sign of the bar. Emily was confused and started to doubt her own experience. She looked around the area, trying to find any clues or signs of the bar's existence, but everything looked normal. Nia noticed Emily's unease and suggested they ask around to see if anyone knew about the Drunk Clown Bar. They approached a group of people nearby and asked if they had seen it the area the night before. The group looked at them strangely and shook their heads, saying they had never seen or heard of such a place. Emily was starting to feel like she was losing her mind. As they walked back to Emily's apartment, Nia tried to comfort her, saying that maybe it was just a bad dream or hallucination caused by something she ate or drank. But Emily was certain that what she had experienced was real. She couldn't brush off the feeling of unease and the memory of the terrifying clown face from her mind. They arrived at Emily's apartment and sat down on the couch, trying to make sense of what had happened. Emily couldn't help but feel disappointed that Nia hadn't believed her, and she was starting to doubt herself too. As they talked, Emily suddenly remembered something she had noticed the night before. The door to her neighbor's apartment was slightly ajar and she had peeked in. Maybe that was the start of everything. Nia listened in disbelief and asked Emily to take a deep rest. After many hours of sleeplessness, Emily had gone to sleep due to exhaustion. Nia sat on the couch for a while, pondering everything that had happened. She couldn't believe what Emily had told her, but at the same time, she trusted her friend and didn't want to dismiss her claims completely. As Nia looked around the apartment, she noticed that everything seemed to be in order. There were no signs of any unusual activity or anything out of place. After a few minutes, Nia decided to explore the apartment a bit more. She got up from the couch and walked around the rooms, looking for any clues that could help her understand what had happened the night before. As she walked around, Nia couldn't banish the feeling of apprehension that had been lingering since Emily's call. Suddenly, Nia noticed an ajar door in one of the rooms. It made her remember what Emily said earlier. Nia hesitated for a moment, but her curiosity got the better of her, and she decided to take a peek inside.
Nia slowly pushed the door open and peered inside the room. She saw a man standing still with his back to her, facing a wall. At first, she thought he might be asleep or passed out, but something about him felt off. Nia made a few tentative calls to him, but the man didn't respond. He just stood there, motionless. Nia's curiosity turned into concern as she approached the man and touched him on the shoulder. He slowly turned around, and as soon as she saw his face, Nia felt a wave of terror wash over her. The man had a demonic grin on his face that she had never seen before. She felt paralyzed with fear, unable to move or even scream. But as the man started to move towards her, Nia found her voice and let out a blood-curdling scream. She turned around and ran as fast as she could, out of the apartment and back to Emily's place. Nia's heart was racing, and she was gasping for breath as she burst through the door and collapsed onto the couch next to Emily. Emily woke up, startled by the commotion. She saw the terror in Nia's eyes and knew that something was seriously wrong. Nia tried to catch her breath and explain what had happened, but all she could do was shake and stutter. Emily held her friend close, trying to calm her down and make sense of the situation. Nia finally managed to explain what she had seen, and Emily sensed a chill coursing through her body. She knew that they had stumbled upon something dark and dangerous, and she wasn't sure if they would be able to get out of it alive.
Let's wait for the next chapter. Meanwhile, here are some new words to learn. Got your notes ready? Sleeping like a log. Sleeping very deeply and soundly without waking up easily. Cursed. A bad spell or a wish for bad things to happen to someone. Losing my mind. Feeling like you're going crazy or losing control of your thoughts. Scoffed. To laugh or speak about something in a way that shows you don't believe it's true or important. Come over. To go and visit someone, usually at their home. Existence. The fact of being alive or the state of being present in the world. Comfort her. To make someone feel better when they are sad or upset. Hallucination. Seeing or hearing something that isn't actually there. Brush off the feeling. To ignore or dismiss a feeling or emotion. Make sense of. To understand or figure out something that was confusing before. Doubt herself too. To not believe in oneself or one's abilities. Listened in disbelief. To hear something that is hard to believe and feel surprised or shocked. Sleeplessness. Difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. Exhaustion. Feeling extremely tired or worn out. Pondering. Thinking deeply about something. Dismiss her claims. To refuse to believe or accept what someone is saying. Out of place. Feeling like you don't belong or fit in somewhere. Banish the feeling of apprehension. To get rid of the feeling of being nervous or worried. Lingering. To stay or remain in a place or situation for a long time. Hesitated. To pause or hold back before doing something. Got the better of her. To be overcome or defeated by something. Peered. To look closely or carefully at something. Something about him felt off. To have a feeling that something is not right or strange about someone. Tentative calls. To make uncertain or hesitant attempts to contact someone. Motionless. Not moving or not able to move. A wave of terror. A sudden feeling of intense fear or panic. Demonic grin. a smile that looks evil or wicked. Blood-curdling scream, a loud and scary scream that makes your blood feel cold. Gasping for breath, to struggle to breathe and try to catch your breath. Collapse onto the couch, to fall or sit down heavily on a couch or chair. Startled by the commotion, to be surprised or frightened by a sudden loud noise or disturbance. Shake and stutter, to tremble and have difficulty speaking due to nervousness or fear. Sensed a chill coursing through her body, to feel a sudden cold feeling that travels through your body.